I think at the core of everything, every business owner just wants communication, and that's what we give them. A lot of times they have my direct cell number. If not, it's the office number, but I respond quickly.
Yeah, communication's killer, right? Hey, baby, it is Peter Anthony. I'm your host of the Utah Business Spotlight. Here's what I need you to do. I need you to like, I need you to subscribe. I need you to get ready to share. This is going to be an incredible episode. I'm with my friend Adam Millward. He is just killing it. But the most important thing is he's a man that comes from the heart. He's going to talk to you about his company, Fortify Insurance. I'm going to introduce him now. Welcome.
Hi. Thanks for having me on, Peter Anthony.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Well, it's an easy thing to do, man. We went out to lunch. We had a great lunch. We didn't stop talking for 2 hours.
It was a while, wasn't it?
That's what happens when you get 2 Italian men together.
I know.
And we just start sharing
and meat,
stories.
Yeah,
and it was really, actually, it was quite yummy. Tell me about your company. First, where can people find you?
Yeah, so we're located in Highland, Utah. Our website is fortifyadvisors.com. And we come from Orange County in California. And we're third generation, or I'm a third generation, of a family business.
That's incredible, 3 generations. And I know that, it's so important. The legacy component's important, but you're really putting your design into the culture of the company because you're really a family first human. You really love people. I know the people who work for you, they absolutely adore working for your company. And I know a lot of the people that your company's insuring, and they are ridiculously happy. They make a phone call, a human being picks up the phone and actually takes care of them on a level that's not generally found in that business. Tell us about that philosophy.
Yeah, correct. I'd like to say that any employee or whoever works for us is part of the family, the Italian way. So it does hit home. I take it sincerely. I take them sincerely. I put myself into their shoes constantly every day. And I want to please them. Without the staff and employees, there's no company. Right. I don't exist. Mm-hmm. So they are the foundation. They're the ones that do the workload. They're the ones that handle the clients. And yeah, I just basically oversee and chaperone and help guide everybody where they need to go.
And you've actually but you also, one of the things that I thought was amazing about what you do is you're giving them the infrastructure for them to be the best at what they do. And that's so important. If you're a business and you really want to adopt and integrate this culture of service, Adam is going to drive you into a direction that's going to say, okay, cool. Are you giving them the best tools? Are you giving them the best equipment? Are they going to feel good about their environment? That's something that you really do. And they're genuinely grateful, genuinely happy. Like they don't want to leave. They see themselves. You've given them a long-term, compelling future. Mm-hmm. That's a difference. And I can't state how incredible that is. Especially you're a young man, you're third generation. You didn't have to. You have some legacy clients that come in with that. You have a legacy
Absolutely.
way of doing things. You're going to get the business yet. When you took over the business, you decided to revamp it in a way that really puts this family stamp of approval on it. I'm proud of you and grateful to see that in the Utah community, because Utah people don't really understand Italians.
No.
Right? Because we're all about dinner and family.
I think they're new to that.
So tell us what made you had a ton of choices, right? You're incredibly good looking. You're gregarious, you're charismatic, you're smart. What was the final decision that helped you come to the conclusion that it would be worthwhile for your soul to take over the business? Because
think,
that's not rare. It's rare right now. Most legacy
hmm
businesses are going away.
yeah, there's conflict with family businesses. There truly is. With this generation that I'm in, there's a different mindset with how to do business, and it is evolving all the time. So basically, my dad is getting older. So bottom line is, hey, either A, you need to step down and have a perpetuation plan, or you need to sell it, one or the other. So I gave him an ultimatum. And the reason why I came to that conclusion is because I had a decent amount of clients and a big book, and it made no sense for me to just uproot myself, go somewhere else, take all my clients with them, take them away from the family business. I really respect my grandpa who created this business in LA and California. And so I wanted the legacy to continue. And so literally that's what it was.
That's awesome.
And he was difficult about it, but we ended up coming to an agreement, after some
And
long discussion. So
and one of the things
it
that I
was fun.
really fell in love with about you as a man and your style is you listen deeply. You interact and
Correct.
respond slowly and you make sure that the person felt heard as well as acknowledge them. It's not just making them feel heard. You acknowledge them and you find a solution that integrates their desires or frustrations so that you can overcome their frustrations or move them closer to desire. And where did you learn those skill sets? Because they're so intrinsic in you.
hmm
How did that come about, brother?
That's from my past. That was me growing up in a hard way, learning hard lessons, understanding people, and I guess I have a slight gift of being able to understand and know people pretty
Mm,
quickly right off the bat, just by feelings, discussion, understanding their vibe, things of that kind of nature. And so it's always been with me. Most of the time, I keep it to myself, to be honest, because it's like a curse and a gift at the same
well,
time.
it's an incredible gift. You listen intently. You remember things like, and this is just a huge shout out, but I'm gonna take it in a little bit of a different direction. You showed up today. You're in our lobby, right? And you handed me these beautiful, beautiful sports glasses that I fell in love with. You had them on the other day when we were at lunch, and I was like, oh man, those are really cool. You not only remembered it, you went out, you purchased them. They were quite expensive. They're beautiful, and you presented them to me, and I'm like, that's beyond touching. It's just a testament to your soul, and I'm grateful for the gift. It does it the fact that they're expensive is really actually very cool, but
Yeah.
it's the fact that you remembered something that I said that was important to me. And the truth is, and I think you recognize this too. Generally, we're the ones paying the bills, buying people stuff, taking care of people, doing things for people. When someone gives you a gift like that, that's just so out of character for me. And I'm so blown away. And again, that's your that's your generosity and it runs through you. And it's not just a reflection of a moment, it's who you are. And I
Correct.
think that's why you're having so much success with your company.
Yeah. I'm not going to add on too much of that because that was amazing. And thank you for the compliment.
Well,
But yeah, I mean, we had an excellent lunch. And it seems like you're also a good judgment of character as well. So we hit it off. And yeah, you expressed a like in the glasses. So I wanted to bring them, man.
oh, I love them. And thank you. And now, who are your favorite clients? Like, who do you love serving? I know your your commercial division is awesome. You really have some incredible relationships with underwriters, so you can really do some amazing things that are a little out of the box.
Yep.
Very often, where people can't get insured, you can find a way. But who are your favorite industries to work with, so we can just narrow it down and
On a broad spectrum,
Sure.
our favorite industries are construction industry, healthcare, and anything property related, like building owners.
Property, healthcare, construction. Well, there's a little bit of that in Utah, so you should do very
Tiny bit,
well.
yeah.
Yeah, but I love when a business owner knows their niches from the top of their head. You know, because most business owners, you probably experience this. Who do you service? Oh, we can service anybody. Well, what I've learned is if you're for everybody, you really service nobody because it's very hard because then nobody really understands how it's good for them. What makes you different in the construction industry?
I like to say my perspective on it, experience and knowledge, right, goes a long ways. Understanding their exposures, their risk, explain it to them, reviewing and analyzing their insurance policies because I understand their industry. I've worked in it too, by the way. So growing up, I worked in a lot of different construction trades, so I get it.
Yeah.
I like the hands-on work. I like the mentality.
And what you said something was really important, which many people, when they're trying to write a policy, do you understand my exposure? What is my exposure? And that really determines the direction of a policy, right? And what are the risks of my industry? What's the likelihood that I'm going to hit that exposure? If people aren't asking you those kinds of questions, if they're not, and understanding them because they've worked in that industry, because they have an intimate knowledge of that industry, they're probably not doing you a service. They're going to write you something. And when the moment comes for you to cash in, it's not going to be there.
No.
And that's happened to everybody. I mean, it's happened to us. You know, it's like, oh man, we got this great policy on one of our salons. One of my salons flooded the first 7 days it was open. It was $1 million build out. It took us 1 year. It was open 7 days. They put the wrong size, the owner of the building. We redid the whole building. We redid everything, but his son had just gotten into gutters, right? And he put residential gutters on a 7,500 square foot flat pitched roof when it called for 12-inch wide gutters. So he had these little 4-inch gutters.
Jeez.
The torrential rain flew right into the salon, flooded everything, ruined everything. I called up my agent and he's like, oh, that really sucks.
What else can you say, right, in those situations?
That's
Report a claim. Here we go.
They couldn't service the claim, and it cost us a lot of dough, but we got back on our feet. But it's those types of things, like you said. What's your exposure? What's your risk? What are the questions? You guys know how to ask those questions, and everybody on your team has professional experience and deepens that experience by being on your team. So I love that.
Yeah.
You know? What do you think is the best piece of advice you can give to a young entrepreneur or someone who's building out their company and wants to take it to the next level? If they want to grow their company, what's the best piece of advice you can give someone?
I was patient. I played long-term chess.
Those two things, like you're patient and you play long-term. That is definitely not what most people say, except successful people. Successful people say, be patient, play long-term. That was Jeff Bezos.
Yeah.
You know, and he was just be patient. We'll start with books, but we have a 10,000-year plan.
Yeah, I feel like if you're really passionate about what you do, and you're putting everything into it, and you're focused, it just lands in your lap, and you just know the trajectory that you need to go.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of what happened to me. So I was just gonna keep going down this road, and I'll just keep grabbing whatever comes my way and be successful at it as much as I can.
I love it, baby. Now tell me if you could give one piece of advice to a potential client, and they don't know something about you because it doesn't wind up in your marketing. It's only something they know after they experience you. What's the one thing a potential client is going to learn that's really important, but they won't learn it until after they sign with you, that you wish they knew before they sign? Because that would make them sign faster.
Yeah, I think it's probably communication.
Yeah.
I think at the core of everything, every business owner just wants communication, and that's what we give them. You know, a lot of times they have my direct cell number. If not, it's the office number, but I respond quickly, period.
Yeah,
So,
communication's killer, right?
mhm.
Did you know that most doctors who are sued for malpractice, 60% of the time it's based on communication, not their service? Well, you, of course, would know that. You're in the insurance business.
Yep.
Right?
I see
You're
the
right.
claim is what I do.
Right. And it's so interesting. People feel
Absolutely.
like they weren't being heard,
Mhm.
and they were like, well, you know, and it's about communication. Most marriages end because people don't talk. Most relationships with businesses stop because people aren't willing to have the conversation, even if it's a little difficult.
Yeah.
How do you manage difficult conversations?
Um,
What's your strategy?
I just calm them down. Number one, I do a lot of damage control, especially when it's coming off of a client that an account manager is working on. And so then I get the call of when it's reached its peak problem, and I go, cool, let me grab it, and then I calm them down, and then we take it from there. It's like stepping stones, you know. You just kind of find out what the core of the issue is, and you go from there, and then you work it out. And you always, by the end of the conversation, it's thank you, Adam. Thank you so much for paying attention to me. Thank you for taking care of me, and I look forward to us working together. So
Wow.
that's usually what happens.
I love it. So you actually drop the temperature on purpose
Absolutely.
so that you can dial down the emotional responses, and then you can integrate some opportunity for where you can see eye to eye, and then just bring them back around to feeling heard, feeling understood, and knowing that that line of communication is there, and then you rebuild the trust.
Hit it spot on.
Gangster stuff, baby, man. You're learning from the GOAT right here. This is the next thing. Tell us again where we can find you.
So you can find us in Highland, Utah, fortifyadvisors.com. I'm Adam Millward with Fortify Insurance Advisors.
And you specialize in
Commercial insurance, personal, home, and auto.
commercial, personal, home, auto. If you guys need somebody who's going to absolutely take care of you, bundle up your stuff, get it all under one umbrella, these are the guys. We love it. Thank you so much for taking the time today, brother.
All right. Thank you, bro.
It's the Utah Business Spotlight. Like, subscribe, share, and leave a comment. Even if you don't like my hair, leave a comment. We love you, baby.